Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Marv, and this is another edition of Nerds in the Hood. Folks, I know I'm not in my usual backdrop. I'm not in my crib. I know it's looking a little different. This is a temporary fix. Nothing's wrong. I'm not homeless, thank God. However, I decided to visit my parents for the weekend. Shout out to mom and dad. I love y'all. And I was like, yo, I'm just chilling, but I brought my microphone. I brought my phone that I use to edit this wonderful program that I'm doing. And because I knew some heat was going to go down and I wanted to be a part of it. I knew something was going to go down. And so much went down in the last 24 hours. I mean, Team USA's men's basketball team just won the gold medal. They won the whole thing by beating France. Shout out to France. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all tried to win it for the home country, but it didn't happen. Y'all still going home with the silver medal. It's all good. But Team USA, we had to get that W for LeBron. We had to get that W for Steph. And for the rest of the team, shout out to all of y'all. Congratulations. Congratulations again to all the athletes because I know the Olympics is about to end. But we appreciate y'all. And y'all had to win it because it is August 10th, 2024, which everybody knows, 8-10-24, the three jersey numbers that Kobe Bryant wore during his basketball career in the Olympics and in the NBA. So it just the stars was aligning and we got the W, right? Today is also One Piece Day. That's why I'm wearing this One Piece shirt. We're commemorating one of the longest running animes, legendary anime. There's some new news that's probably going to drop later. We probably talk about that in another video. But one of the biggest things that's happening right now, outside of that, outside of the Team USA thing, outside of my Yankees just won, but now they got cooked in a doubleheader and the Jets winning and all that. Preseason, there's so much going on in and outside of sports, but in and outside of anime. But we got to talk about Disney's big expo that they just did, D23, their big conference where they just showed off all of their upcoming projects. And man, there was a lot to unpack there. And Disney, I just got to say, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all thing. The reason we have to unpack it is because they're not just premiering Disney, like just straight Disney stuff. Like you got Pixar they showed off Marvel, they showed off Star Wars. It was so much different things that was happening that they had to show off for you to just understand that like Disney's going in. They're not playing no more games. They're about to take over the game that they already started taking over. Because they're like, we got all these properties and we need to start just showing off each property so you know where we coming from. And the craziest thing is that majority of the properties that they acquired, like Marvel, like Star Wars, all got a bunch of projects coming out within the next several years. But Pixar, to me, won D23. Like I know they're not competing, but if there was a winner, it was Pixar. Because Pixar, let's just go over what happened. So if I'm right, this D23 event happened yesterday, if I'm right. It either happened yesterday or Thursday, but it definitely went down real recently because I woke up to a lot of different news. I woke up to a lot of different trailers, teaser trailers, people leaking trailers. Shout out to the internet because there's times where nobody wants you to leak anything. And then there's moments like now where we're glad that you leak something. We are glad you leak something. Like, thank you so much for leaking this information. When it came to Deadpool and Wolverine, we didn't want you to do it in the first weekend. But at least by week 3, we're like, cool. Most of us saw it that needed to see it. But this is different because this is a press-only event. These type of press-only events that's only close to the media, certain influences, stuff like that, you ain't going to see these trailers until like they drop later. So always got to count on somebody to do the bootleg vibes, get their camera phone out, get their camera out, and start getting a little peak footage for all of us before YouTube and Disney find a way to shut it down. Okay? So shout out to them for that. But anyway, got my phone here, man. Got my information as to what went down. So in the Pixar game, they had a lot of different things with a lot of different stars coming out. For one, they had like this movie called Hoppers, which is going to have like John Hamm in it, Bobby Moynihan, Piper Curtis, other people. That's coming out in like a couple years. And it looks like it's about like a gopher, but they didn't really have a full detail of what's happening. Of course, they also have their first TV show coming out called Win or Lose with my man Will Forte, aka Magruba. He is going to be playing a coach. It looks like they're playing baseball, but a lot of different things is happening. So Pixar is getting their first TV series on Disney Plus, which better late than never. I always thought they would have it years ago when Disney Plus first started popping, but it's all good. It's all good. Disney Plus is going to reap the benefits off of that. We also saw from Pixar, what else that got the crowd hype? Toy Story 5, quick teaser. This time the toys is fighting the electronics, which, come on now, is the current era. There's no kids ain't really playing with toys like that. They on their phones, they on their tablets, they playing with the next gen video games like a PS5, Switch, Xbox One joint. And it's that kind of vibe that is the reason that toys are going to get neglected even more than they did in Toy Stories 1 through 4. So I want to see these electronics like get a mind of their own and start talking like the toys do. And I can't wait to see what celebrities they get to voice these electronics. Because I'm sure it's going to be somebody big. Toy Story 4, they gave us Key and Peele, a.k.a. Jordan Peele, and Michael Keegan Key. And they gave us Keanu Reeves, and they all played different toys. So Toy Story 5 is definitely going to give us a big time celebrity. I can feel it. I can feel it. It is either going to give us more than the 3 we got in Toy Story 4, or they're going to give us even more in Toy Story 5. You know what I mean? There was a lot of other stuff that Pixar did discuss, but one of the biggest news is that we're getting The Incredibles 3. The Incredibles now joins Toy Story and now joins Cars as another franchise that gets a trilogy or more. So this to me is big because we waited a long time for Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2, I think it was like a 10-year gap or something more like that. And now Incredibles 3 is not that far off from Incredibles 2. Beautiful. I don't know if they're going to pick up right from where Incredibles 2 left off, but it got to be some heat. It got to be. This is a movie about superheroes. This has been a real, I want to say 2024 has been the year of the superhero. I keep saying this, but it really has been the year of the superhero, and the year didn't even end. Like really, look at how the math is mathing. Like look at it. You had Invincible season 2. You had The Boys latest season. You had My Hero Academia is going out. Umbrella Academy is going out. Batman just released a new TV show. Harley Quinn just dropped a spinoff called Kite Man Hell Yeah, which is actually pretty funny. My Adventures with Superman, aka the Superman anime. Like, do I have to keep going? Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, it just there's a live action Batman joint coming out. Well, even though it's more about the Penguin and it's Batman, but it's still in the universe of a superhero. Like, there's so much superhero stuff that is about to just like keep going. Oh man, it's gonna hold us down for a long time. Long time. This is definitely the year of the superhero. What just dropped? Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's just so much. It's just so much superhero stuff. Everybody's talking about superhero fatigue, and the superheroes is like, we not tired. We got more on the way. So stay focused. You know what I mean? Anyway, what else we had? So like I said, Incredibles 3. Pixar is definitely doing their thing. Just wanted to get the highlights of the Pixar. To me, they still won because those are just hits after hits after hit. But Disney was like, yo, hold on, fit. Well, wait, no. Let's get in, before we gonna end it with Disney. Let's talk about Star Wars. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I grew up in a Star Trek household, and I didn't get to see pretty much all the Star Wars. I saw the main stuff like the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett. I saw the first trilogy. I saw some of the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. So I know I don't have a strong right to really talk about Star Wars like that. Star Wars Visions was fire though, the anime joint. But I don't have a strong right to really express how much love I have for Star Wars or what's going to happen in Star Wars. But what I do know is they got another season of Andor coming. So if you really love Andor to me, from what I've heard, is like outside of the Mandalorian, it's one of their best shows. And Ahsoka also too. But those are like their best live action shows. People kind of was cool with Obi-Wan, but not as cool as they was with Andor and as cool as they was with Ahsoka. So Andor is coming back strong. I know they have the Skeleton Crew, which, if I'm right, is that the one? Let's look that up for the people at home, because I think that was the one that was supposed to have. They had one that's supposed to be like a Stranger Things type vibe. So what that means is like it's gonna be a bunch of kids going on some type of crazy adventure, and the kids is just gonna go through it straight Star Wars style. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just sit there and go through it. Of course, when I'm recording, that's when my phone starts acting up. It's always when you don't do nothing with your phone, it starts acting up. But anyway, yeah. So they definitely have a joint, if I'm right, coming out, which is like a Star Wars style. I mean, Star Wars style, which is a Stranger Things style of Star Wars, which to me is kind of cool if you're mixing one of the best with the best. Yeah, Skeleton Crew. I was right. So it is called Skeleton Crew. I think Jude Law is actually going to be one of the stars of it. And it's supposed to be, yeah, a group of children go on a mysterious discovery that sends them on a dangerous journey across the galaxy. That show is actually going to happen later this year in December. So in December, we're going to have the first ever Pixar television series, streaming series, and we're going to have the Star Wars Stranger Things kind of crossover in a sense, spiritual crossover, which is going to be called Skeleton Crew. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm willing to watch that. I try to keep up with these Star Wars shows even when I don't really fully know what's going on. Now, like I said, there's Andor 2. They also showed the movie for the Mandalorian Grogu, which everybody's going to be hype about. Like I said, if you don't even really watch Star Wars, you know the Mandalorian was one of the biggest shows at one time on the planet. If you didn't know who Pedro Pascal was before the Mandalorian, you knew who he was after the Mandalorian. After that, he was in everything, basically. And like everything. Like now he's gonna be in the Fantastic Four. He's gonna be in the MCU. He was in The Last of Us. Like he's in a lot of stuff and he's doing his thing. And it looks really cool. So they're gonna have that coming out. But like I said, I'm not going to touch Star Wars too much because I don't know a lot of the information to really sit here and say, well, in this series they did this. But I am mostly excited for the Mandalorian movie because I saw all the seasons of the Mandalorian and was really enjoying what I saw. The world fell in love with Grogu. They called him Baby Yoda, but they fell in love with him nonetheless. And this movie, it looks like he's gonna have his moments where he's laughing. I saw one of the leaked trailers, and it showed him like kind of hunched over two other aliens in a really small ship, which was pretty funny. And again, that shows how much I don't know Star Wars because I'm sure somebody's watching this going, that's not their names. So anyway, shout out to you Star Wars fans. It wasn't for me, okay? I even escaped the Trek at some point, but it wasn't for me. Yeah. Moving on to the Marvel, second best in the group. And well, yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has once again reopened its doors for business. Just jumping off of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, which is one of the top movies in the summer right now. They got more hits on the way. Agatha All Along, which is basically about the witch Agatha you saw in WandaVision, is making her debut, her spin-off debut, next month in September. And it's looking pretty crazy. It's looking like a nice little horror movie jump off, which is going to be fun. Wanda had her turn in the kind of rated R kind of department in the Doctor Strange sequel, where she was just bodying people. And Agatha All Along don't look like he's going to be bodying people, but it looks like he's going to get crazy at times. So I saw Aubrey Plaza in the trailer, Shazir Zamata. So I'm already on board because I love those ladies. I think Margaret Cho was in the joint too. So I already love all those ladies. Katherine Henson, funny lady. So it's going to be a good show. All of you ladies, welcome to the MCU. It's going to be a vibe. They showed a teaser trailer for Ironheart, which I am still looking for. If you or somebody you know has that teaser trailer, please send it to Nerds in the Hood. Well, yeah, I forgot my disclaimer. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Send your boy that trailer. I want to check it out on my Trailer Gang joint. I'm going to try to check out as much of these bootleg trailers as I can and do what I can and share it with the masses if I can. Hopefully Disney don't shut me down, though. Anyway, please, Disney don't shut me down. So, from what I gather, Ryan Coogler is on board to helm this project, which is cool, or at least he has his team on board. And Shuri is going to make an appearance. It is confirmed. She showed up at this press conference to say about the Ironheart series. From what I've seen, she is going to be a part of this. So it's still going to have the Wakandians and all of that stuff going down, and it should be pretty cool. So this looks like this is going to be their Iron Man for this universe, since Robert Downey Jr. has already said he's going to be Dr. Doom. So all of that is fine with me, because maybe he might see her and be like, yo, how you just take my whole shine, kid? Like, that might be cool. So It is a lot to look forward to in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They showed a trailer, another trailer for Captain America Brave New World, where we got to see the Red Hulk more in action. Not really fighting so much, but just the other side. Like in the original trailer, it just kind of showed him throwing the shield down on the ground. This time they show him like actually hulking out, the Red Hulk, which is being played by Harrison Ford in green screen, basically, motion capture. So that is going to be fire. That was my dryer. You see, your boy got reasons he's at his parents' house. If you heard that buzz, your boy got reasons he's at his parents' house. Anyway, so it's a lot going down in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They already confirmed that Eternals has some connection to Captain America and Wolverine and all that because they have adamantium, so they're introducing adamantium into this universe, which we didn't really need that, honestly, but whatever, we'll take it. We could be very forgiving with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though they had their share of ups and downs, a lot more downs in the past few years, but it's cool. It's cool. And we're getting a animated Spider-Man series that you probably forgot about, but it's called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. From what we know so far, I think it's Domingo Coleman, right? Yeah, Domingo Coleman will be playing Mr. Osborn himself, the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. So that should be pretty fire. And again, for you people at home, if you are one of those that are mad that somebody's being voiced by a black person, relax, okay? Donald Duck was played by Don Cheadle in the DuckTales reboot. Mind blown. I think the guy, yeah, a lot of different people were playing ducks. And I know that don't count because it's just animals. But still, that's just to say, like, yeah, Batman Cape Crusader was cool. And we had an Asian Harley Quinn. I'm okay with that. We even had the Penguin was a woman. I don't care. As long as it entertains me, it's all good. We don't have to worry about the physics of the whole gender situation or the race situation. As long as they give a good performance, let's just get it in there. So he is going to be playing his role, and we are going to do our thing with that. All right. So we got a Spider-Man animated series coming out later, I think in the next year or so. And keep in mind, people, the one thing that sucks is that some of these projects are coming out later this year, like Agatha All Along or the Win or Lose joint. And some of these projects ain't going to come out to like not even next year, like 2026 and 2027. And that, it sucks, but it is what it is. You know, these we got to give them time. What do they say out here in the streets? Let them cook. Let them cook. We got to let them cook. If we don't let them cook, we don't know how far we're going to get on these projects. So that's most of what happened in Marvel. Also, quick side note to jump back to Pixar real quick. Pixar is going to get a TV series for Inside Out as well. So just like Monsters Inc. got a TV series, Inside Out is going to be a TV series. I think they're going to be the second one to get a TV series. So that should be pretty cool. It's about the dreams that are made up inside Riley's head. So that's interesting. We should see how dreams are made up in this scenario. So it's kind of going to be a mild spin-off, so to speak, of Inside Out, but it should still be fun nonetheless because it takes place in the same universe, which is the mind of Riley. So with that being said, now let's bring it on home to the nitty gritty, which is Disney itself. Let's save the company for last. Save the ones who made most of this possible. Disney got a lot of heat coming out. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Pixar to me still won it only because they said Toy Story 5 and Incredibles 3. Everything else in between is cool, but once you throw in those two projects right there, that's your Shaq and Kobe right there. You know what I mean? That's your heat. That's guaranteed. Those are both guaranteed to sell a lot of money. But Disney is like, we're going to bring it on home with a lot of sequels. We got good sequels coming out. We got Avatar 3, Zootopia 2, Frozen 3. What else did I see on that joint? I saw the Tron 3. So like, and mind you, Tron, if you didn't see Tron, the second one, was it Tron Legacy? I think the second one was called. If you didn't see the second one was fire to me. I thought the second one was fire. They melded the graphics good. The music was vibes. Olivia Wilde did her thing. Like everybody in that one was cool. I don't know if Jeff Bridges is going to be in this third one, but it looking like it's going to be a vibe. They changed the color from blue to red. So I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is it should probably just keep going with a future version of the second one. But anyway, yeah. Right. Because that was the name of the second one. See, I'm getting to a point where I want to make sure I ain't messing things up now. Because sometimes, we forget things. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tron Legacy. That was it. So the third one is going to be called Tron Ares, and this one is actually going to have Gillian Anderson in it. Okay, so Jeff Bridges has been confirmed. Jared Leto is going to be in it as well. So they got some peoples. They got some peoples. Greta Lee's going to be in it. So this is going to be pretty cool. This is really a lot of sequels on the Disney front. Avatar 3 is going to be fire. Is it going to be long again? Yes. Be ready for that. I would be shocked if they say, yeah, it's a running time of 2 hours. No. I can see it being close to 3 hours. It's cool. It's Avatar. This is what they do, man. They just... Avatar is Avatar. You know what I mean? But Moana 2 also. Moana 2 is looking official. You can never go wrong with Lin-Manuel Miranda. You can never go wrong with his... You could never go wrong with his type of flow of music. You could never go wrong with a movie with The Rock in it most of the time, especially in the Disney realm. I think in the Disney world, The Rock, outside of what, the Tooth Fairy, The Rock, most of the movies in the Disney realm haven't been that bad. Like the Tooth Fairy was bad, but the game plan was cool. Escape to Witch Mountain was alright. Jungle Cruise was cool, and Moana 1 was cool. So Moana 2 should be just as cool. And when they make the live action remake, if he's in it, it'll be cool too. Speaking of live action, we got Lilo and Stitch, we got Mufasa, which is a prequel to The Lion King, and we got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but is now just simply titled Snow White. The Snow White one looks pretty cool. Gal Gadot as the evil queen was cool. But the Mufasa one, I'm reserving judgment till it comes out. Snow White, we're like, all right, cool. Everything's looking cool. Graphics and stuff. Rachel Zegler looks like she's going to play a pretty okay Snow White. However, the only reason I'm reserving judgment on Mufasa is because the Lion King's live action adaptation didn't do so well. But Mufasa looked like it might be all right. And the only other crazy thing is that it's showing me that now you're wondering, how did Mufasa become king? Because he wasn't initially primed to take the throne. It looked like it was supposed to be Scar's. But we got to see what happened. We got to see how it turned to that, how Scar turned to a life of evil, all that stuff. It intrigues me, but I just hope that it's not trash. Beyonce has a hand in this again, and her daughter's going to be in the film, Blue Ivy. So, hoping for the best. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Straight Gojo style. But, reserving judgment. Lilo and Stitch, all they really showed was a quick teaser. They showed how Stitch is going to actually look. They didn't really show us Lilo or her sister or anything like that. But they at least showed him in his whole vibe in CGI. And it looked cool. It looked good. It wasn't too furry. It looked kind of similar to like Sonic the Hedgehog a little bit, but not too much like Sonic, which is fine because Sonic is a little taller. But Disney, hear me out. I need y'all to do one thing for me. One thing. When it gets closer to the time that this movie arrives, you have to, and I'm saying this with the utmost respect, you have to do that advertisement that Lilo and Stitch did when the first movie was first coming out, where Stitch was hopping into like different movie universes and disrupting their universes just because he's Stitch, and like different Disney princesses had to deal with it. Like, if he's going to be live action, I need the woman who played Jasmine in Aladdin, the woman who played Belle in Beauty and the Beast, which was, I think, Emma Watson. And you could use this current Snow White. And we could get Halle Bailey, who was Ariel, because he did that one too. So just jump into those universes and do the same type of promotion you did before. I needs that. Please. That would be fire. I would love that. I would love that. So Disney got a lot of sequels on the way. It's so much more. There was so much that happened at this conference. I don't want to spend all this time talking about it, but I do want to just throw out the highlights that I saw that intrigued me, that got me hyped to stay on board with Disney. Right now, every announcement that I saw, it got me feeling like Fry in that GIF, the Fry from Futurama, that GIF where he's just like, shut up and take my money. And you see him just holding the money out. I feel like that right now because everything is looking pretty good. Now, everything is always subject to change. An announcement could always be fire, but the finished product might not match that same energy as the announcement. That's why I said the thing about Mufasa. Mufasa might look cool on the trailer, and then the movie comes out and you're like, oh, this ain't what I envisioned. So, taking everything with a grain of salt because I have been let down before. Trailers always get you hype. Announcements always get you hype. And the finished product never, well, I'm not going to say never. It's not often that the finished product matches the energy of the announcement. It's not often. So Disney, you got Marvel, you got Star Wars, you got Pixar, you got other properties. Get in gear. Let's get the W. Get the W. The fans is going to back you. The fans is going to be there. But if they see that stuff starts not hitting right, they ain't adding up, you're not getting the W. If stuff is kind of borderline trash or trash, be prepared. Be prepared, because you're not just going to hear me. You're going to hear half the universe saying, man, that joint was whack. So, folks, we got a lot coming up. We got a lot coming up. Hopefully by the time most of these movies come out, we'll have a new president. A lot of different things will change. But Disney has to get this right, because they holding it down in the family entertainment department. There's not much else going on, right? You look at the state of things, right? Warner Brothers is here and there. Cartoon Network is falling off. Nickelodeon, without SpongeBob, it ain't really doing what it's supposed to do. So Disney is holding down the family department, even in the smallest of ranks. Like we bringing back Wizards of Waverly Place. All them wizards is grown up. Selena Gomez is a grown woman, and she pulling up, taking care of young wizards now. So we bringing these shows back. We're doing nostalgia. We got the sequels going. We got a new original series coming up. Even Pixar's getting into the TV show mix now. So all I can say is good luck, and let's get it going, right? Come on, Disney. I don't got a family. I don't got a family of my own yet. I'm in a family, but I don't got my own family. But when I do have a family, I want to let them know, like, yo, one day they made this heat called Incredibles 3. It was a perfect trilogy of fire-ass movies. That's how I want to talk to my kids. You feel me? Anyway, I'm going to cap it right here because I'm too excited and I don't want to keep just running off of adrenaline. I'm going to go cool off with the water and go watch this One Piece Day so I could do a video about that too. So, as always, follow us on all social media at Nerds in the Hood using our link tree in the description, where you can keep tabs on all our social media at the same time. We appreciate you watching as always. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Nerds in the Hood is where it's at. We are open for business and it's looking good. Catch y'all next time. Peace. Thank you, Disney.